What is up everyone, PureChaosX here with a quick video on my TT01, my Tamiya TT01, since I'm going to start doing some radio controlled car videos more often, hopefully, as I get parts and upgrades. So I thought, I've already done one on the Traxxas Rustler, I thought I'd do a quickie on the TT01. I don't have much in the way of upgrades, to be perfectly honest. This thing has hardly ever been upgraded in that kind of sense of the word since I've owned it. I've just never managed to get around to it, to be perfectly honest, and I don't know why. So yeah, but I did buy a few the other day, kind of an impulse buy, but I kind of needed them because, like I said, this thing has not been upgraded properly since I've had it. And I got the first TT01, I think sometime in 2009. I'd like to say this is the same one, but I think every part on it has been replaced at least once. So it's no longer, none of it's original anymore. So none of this I don't think is from 2009. I'm trying to think if anything could be, but I don't know. Every small part has been replaced. There's probably a few exceptions. And my remote, which is the now completely missing, well, the now completely gone Core RC code, which again, I've had this since 2009. This is what I bought when I bought the TT01, and I've had it since then. I've had this for 11 years. So yes, I've also modified it with the Traxxas phone mount so I can take footage of it. I have yet to put it to the test. And I'm struggling to find receivers for it. There is currently one website that still does them for £15, which is pretty good. But as soon as that website stops selling them, I'm screwed. I'm going to have to replace this with something else and start using a new transmitter for any new car, because yeah, like I say, there's one website that does them. There is a remote control I was thinking of getting, which is the Planet RC TS2+2. Might get that. That's pretty good. It's 40 quid. Receivers are 15. It's pretty good. And they're plentiful receiver-wise, so I might get that. And it's a 4-channel remote and a 6-channel receiver. Might come in handy for something like turning lights on and off and whatnot. So yeah, that's my remote. I've put stickers on it. I like putting stickers on things because it makes things a bit more colourful instead of just pure black. So yeah. Anyway, this is my TT01. That's the shelf body. Usually is the L&L models. Escort Cosworth. Downside to the stickers is it doesn't come with any window surrounds, so it looks kind of weird. So I might get some black line tape and go around the edge though, maybe. But yeah, that's the L&L models. Pretty good, pretty good. The moulding always seems to get a bit weak around the back sometimes. It's a bit flimsy there. So there's that. There is my other L&L models, Escort Cosworth, Monte Carlo, that I did, including the wheels, which were basically just white Focus WRC wheels. Painted them a colour I can't remember, and it's a bit bright. Painted them a colour I can't quite remember, and then I found some Oz Racing stickers. So yeah. It's a decent match for the colour, the Monte Carlo. So I quite like that. That's my shelf queen. That is never going to be run. I will put some electronics in it because there's nothing in there at the moment, but I will put some electronics in it, and you know, just kind of use it every now and again. And this is my TT02, which I've had for a couple of years. Also hasn't had any electronics in it yet, and it's the Mustang GT4, as you can see. So no electronics. I will put some electronics in that as well. I'm a bit nervous to run that because it's still new and it's still pristine, so I don't want to get the chassis scratched and everything. So yeah, a bit nervous if I ever do run that one. So yeah. Aha. A couple of more body shells I want to get for this. I need to get a Ford Focus body shell, but that's for a completely different project. I want to get another R32, and I want to get a killer body R34. And there's a few body shells on L&L models I'd like to get. Some for shelf queens, some for bashing. This is for bashing, that's for the shelf. So this is all I've got left to bash with. So as soon as this is wrecked, I have to get another one. But yeah, take that off. But yeah, like I said, there's not much in the way of upgrades to this yet, but there will be. So I do have metal wheel hexes in the form of the brake discs, but I want to get proper alloy ones. But if I do that, I can't use the brake discs. So I don't quite know what to do there. Got foam. I've put some foam on to put under the body. I know you can get foam pads, but I just made some of my own. And I put a paper clip. I straightened out a paper clip, and I just put that sort of in the back, just to sort of help make it a bit more rigid. Mostly for the Escorts, because they've got such a high rear that the body shells come up quite high, and so the higher the body shell, the more sort of wobble it has. That's what that's for. So not really an upgrade, it's just to stop the body from going blah, blah, blah. So it does help. The recent upgrades are a full brand new bearings. This did have some bearings in it, in each wheel, and that was about it. And they were old bearings. But now there's new bearings in each wheel, 2 on each differential, and now 2 in the front and rear of the drive shaft. And the other upgrade is the drive shaft itself. It's an alloy drive shaft. It's taken me this long to get a freaking alloy drive shaft. I've just never gotten around to it. But I now have one, because I'm pretty sure, I mean, the plastic one held up pretty well, had never snapped, despite how much power I've been putting through this with different batteries and different motors. And yeah, I think the drive shaft is original. It's an original drive shaft. I don't think that has been changed, but it has now. So yeah. So there's the receivers that are now like gold dust nearly. And it has a HPI 5-bolt 15-turn motor, the really common and really popular Hobbywing Quick Run 1060. Really cheap, like £18, but they can do down to 12-turn motors and 3S LiPo. As you can see, I have my Traxxas 2S LiPo in here. I'm running that instead of the 7.2 volt NIMH. So yeah, cable's got a bit damaged, so I've had to cover it with some tape. But I'm going to replace this with a new one and cut the end off, and hopefully try and put a Traxxas connector on it, so that way I don't need the little adapter cable. And I don't know if I'm going to be... I also need some new wheels, actually. These are too small. The offset is not correct. I think I need 3mm offsets, but these aren't 3mm. They're either 1mm or no millimeter, because they fit too far underneath the wheel arches, and they look a bit stupid. So I do need to get some new wheels at some point, and some tyres. I also need some rally block tyres as well, but again, that's also for something, a completely different project. So that's now plugged in. I won't be able to put this on one-handed, I don't think, because it's not... Holy crap, that just went straight on. Alright. But yeah, you can see how far underneath, or how far in the wheel arches they kind of stick. Which, actually, that doesn't look too bad on one side, but they tend to be a bit worse on the other. So it looks a bit strange from afar. These wheels do look quite small. So Can I do that again? Oh, I can't do it again, look. See, look, the first time I did it, it was just a fluke. It was just a fluke. Okay. Aha! And you know what? I just realised I don't have this on a tripod, so I can't put it down. I use my toe. Hang on. Yeah, so... I think this is fully charged. It does feel a lot smoother now with these new bearings and that drive shaft. I also bought a shit ton of ceramic grease, and I basically just slathered it on the inside of the gears. Right, I mean... Yeah. Not bad. It definitely feels smoother since the new bearing's gone in. Try and do this with one hand. Ugh. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, considerably feels much smoother than it needs to. I also want to get a different servo, something with a bit more torque or something with a bit more speed. I mean, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I don't know if it could be better. I don't know if I want it too fast though. Hopefully it would be unlikely to flip, but yeah. You can see how well used this is. Although I do need a new chassis at some point, because I think some of the screws have stripped, or some of the screw threads have stripped. I know that one has, and I think some underneath have as well. Some upcoming upgrades, other than hopefully a new servo and replacement speed controller, will be... I want to get some alloy dog bones, because these are just the standard plastic ones. But I don't know whether or not I might get either dog bones, or I might get some universal drive joints, I think they're called. It's a pack of 4 for 30 quid, which isn't too bad. So I might end up getting those instead of the dog bones. Might make things a little bit easier, a bit more stronger. I do want a new motor and ESC at some point. Brushless. I want to go brushless. The Hobby Wing Easy Run Max 10 combo. I don't want to go too high in the kilovolts, if that's what they're called. Maybe in the middle of what you can get. Because I've recently stripped one of the original 55 tooth pinion gear. No, spur gear, sorry. When running this battery. And a 30 tooth pinion gear. Those were fast. I've now had to put a 28 tooth in and a 58 tooth because I need to get a 55 tooth because I stripped it and it wouldn't mesh properly anymore. So I need to replace those. Kind of disappointing you can't get a metal 55 tooth. Well, you can't get a metal spur gear. So I will just have to make sure I put plenty of grease in there just to keep it lubricated, I guess. So yeah. Oh, seem to have a bit of a runny nose. So yeah, not much on there, unfortunately. But there will be at some point. But I also have one video at least to come, which I need to make on a Tamiya quick drive that I've got, that I'm going to do some mods to. I actually have another quick drive. I might make a video about both, I don't know. And future upgrades, I'll make videos about this, and hopefully a running video at some point. So yeah, just pop the phone in there. So that's pretty much it, to be perfectly honest. yeah, just wait for another upgrade to do, which might be the drive shafts, and maybe that, and steering, and the Traxxas plug on the end of the ESC maybe. Not quite sure what else, to be perfectly honest, other than the new ESC and speed controller combo, ESC and motor combo. Not quite sure what else I would need to upgrade. Suggestions maybe. Like I said, I do need to get some new wheels, obviously. I do have some nice wheels. I've just thrown a bunch away. Because I took them out once, and all 4 of them got chipped. Just slid into the curb. And that was it. Just one run, damaged. So, but they weren't Tamiya. They weren't Tamiya or anything. They were just like £10 for a set of 4 kind of thing. So, but yeah, I got these ones. I think these are Absima. I don't think these ones are actually the Absima ones, because they didn't. I can't remember if they came in a box that said Absima. But I know Absima make these design, which always seems to be out of stock. I got these off eBay, but they didn't have a brand name. But like I said, I do know that Absima makes. I do know that Absima makes this design of wheel, and these are also not 3mm offsets. So I don't know what they are, but they stick the same. They stick underneath the wheel arches the same as these. It's kind of annoying. I could put the Mustang ones on, because these are proper Tamiya. Two are proper Tamiya ones that do fit the wheel arches well. Once you know. And they do have their own little brake discs there, which were black. They were black. I had to Sharpie them in silver. So, yeah. So there we go. Not much to say about my TT01 at the moment, as just gave a rundown of the TTs that I've got. So, incidentally, my father has an Audi TT body shell to go with the TT. Yeah. So yeah, current upgrades are just basically new ball bearings all around and an aluminium drive shaft. Hopefully the next ones will be the alloy wheel shafts, hopefully. Maybe a new ASC, because like I said, this one's a bit damaged. And I'll try and get the Traxxas things at the same time. I don't know about the new servo, when I'll get that, or even if. There's a few TT01E parts I wanted to get, which I think fit on this. And that consists of things like there's a chassis brace that goes from the front to the rear. So I was going to get some of those and see if they did actually fit. I did have, for no real reason other than it just looks different, a TT02 steering arm on it. See that bit there? I had that one, a TT02 one, but it wouldn't fit with the alloy drive shaft, which is kind of weird, because I'm pretty sure that's thinner than the original one, and it fit fine with the original drive shaft, but once I put that on, the alloy drive shaft, I had to put the original TT01 one back on. But like I said, there's no real reason why I put the TT02 one on there. It just looked a bit different, that's all. Just looked a bit more sturdier as well, because this is quite thin, I think. So, but yeah. Put you back on. No. Oh god. I need to get myself a body reamer. I can't use a drill all the time. I use drills for the body holes, but everyone knows that drill's not the best thing to use. There we go. So yeah, there's my TT collection. There's another one on the shelf with the Audi TT shell on it. But yeah, these are my. Yeah. Yeah. So yes, I shall leave it there for now. So yeah, thank you for watching. Any more updates, I will record them. Any more upgrades and updates to the Traxxas, I'll also record that. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. It's a bit boring, I know. I also have early morning voice, because it is just about 10 o'clock now, so early morning croakiness. So yeah, I shall end it there. Thank you for watching, and bye for now. See you in the next video, whatever that may be. It'll either be the Tamiya or the Traxxas. So yeah, bye for now, and I shall try and cut my fingernails. So yeah, see you in the next video. Bye!